Okay, what's happening today is I'm using my thruster commander to run my transom-mounted T200 thruster, which uses a servo motor for steering. And that's my old controller box there. I was just looking at the pinout on that. But this is basically it. A T200 with a little servo motor up at the top. And I guess you can see that. I'm trying to figure this out. And prior to this, I was using my outrigger style skid steering setup, which works great. So the changes I had to make to use the thruster commander with my single thruster and the servo steering were really simple. I basically had to move from my inputs into the speed and steering pins and change them over to the right and left. So just a matter of picking those pins up and moving them, or those connectors up and moving them over to. The other thing I had to do is this is my line driver here, which goes over to my main control box. I had to move one of the inputs there to a different set of pins that actually is connected to the servo that steers the thruster. Works perfectly. It's just very easy to do and works like a champ. Turns out the pulse width signals that in the previous setup, both of those sets of signals went to individual thrusters. In this case here, one's going to a thruster and or an ESC to a thruster, and the other one's going to the servo motor that does the steering. But the pulse width of those signals from the thruster commander are adequate to give me a full range of steering for my setup. So I wasn't sure about that. Not looking at the numbers, it was hard to tell. So everything is basically the same. I'm going to try and demonstrate this. Okay. So my speed control is here. I don't know if you can hear the thruster winding up, and my steering, which is a little harder to see. So I'll show you what this looks like. So there's my steering servo. There's my thruster, and I can steer this thing. Works just perfectly. And then, what you probably can't see, is the thruster forward and reverse. So the thruster commander again gives me everything that I need. Now I just need to get this back out in the water and give it a try.